always helpful, giving, and encouraging, he told me that he believes that bluegrass is like no other genre of music in its inclusiveness and its ability to draw one in. What's most evident in the product of his bluegrass career so far is that he, quote, does this because he loves it. It is with great honor that I officially induct my friend Jeff Horton into the Rhode Island Bluegrass Alliance Hall of Fame.
Sal and I got together last Wednesday, a week ago, Wednesday night, and kind of went through all that stuff that he talked about. And it was interesting. I mean, it's kind of funny that, I don't know, there's a story there, and it's a kind of a cool story, but I mean, the only people that really like it are me and maybe Sal. So, you know, I mean, I don't know, I do this because I love it. I do love it. I've been singing all my life. They couldn't shut me up when I was a kid. I mean, you know, I was talking. Bluegrass is this wonderful community. I mean, I was in Joe Val. You were at Joe Val? How many were at Joe Val 2 weeks ago? Whatever it was. You know, what a community it is. And it's just dynamite people. And, you know, we play together. Bluegrass music is like no other kind of music. We play songs we've never heard before for the first time, and you play them like you know them. You know, and we do this all the time. We get together and we pick, and it's just fabulous. I mean, what other kind of music does this? And, you know, I mean, I started out singing, because like I said, you could shut me up. Oh, I told my sister this. I said, remember Miss Driscoll, 4th grade? Huh? Wait a minute, sure she'd go like this. And I'm trying to really, you know, who's singing? Who's that? Huh? Huh? Is that you? Because firstly, in Massachusetts, in Mansfield, you don't pronounce your R's. So I'm a Horton, but it's a Huh. And there was a guy, Mel Houghton, H-A-U-G-H-T-O-N. And people go, hey, you and Mel brothers? Because they're both Houghton, right? No. But anyway, I mean, I drove the people nuts. They wouldn't shut me up. And I sang a lot, and I had a very music, you know, my mother sang, my dad sang. My mother was very good. She could also play the piano. She had a beautiful, beautiful soprano voice. My dad could sing. My brother David taught him to play trumpet, taught himself to play guitar. My mother had this guitar. She said, oh, Mom, how do you do that? Took it, and she didn't get it back for like, you know, 5 years. You know, he wrote tons of songs, and he and I played together, and it was like, you know, you should do something with your hands. Yes, and I used to drool over the Fender catalog. I wanted a Fender bass. I wanted a Fender bass. But I didn't get one, and they went to Boston String Instrument, as Sal mentioned. And they rented this funky old bass that was one of the first basses used in vaudeville in Boston. And it had these, you know, holes drilled. It was in a dollar sign shape in the tailpiece, and around the scroll at the top, and all these holes that rhinestones used to be in. And I rented it for 3 months, 25 bucks a month. So the $75 went towards this bass that I still do have. Glenn Nelson has it right now. He's fixing it. You know, I mean, I played the bass. I didn't know what I was doing. And I discovered bluegrass through this friend, Jimmy Patton. I don't know if any of you remember A.J. Spokes. It was a bike shop on Thayer Street, and he was the manager, Kevin. It was true. We'd go over and sit in his house and drink beer and play backgammon and stuff, and I'd go, oh, Jimmy, I gotta go home, it's late, I'm tired. He said, wait, before you leave. And he had a D35 Martin, which is one of the first 7 made, because it had some things about it that the guy at Martin went, oh yeah, I remember this guitar. And he had an archtop master tone Gibson, and he'd say, you know, let's play a few tunes. And he'd do Jim Kweskin tunes, and we'd play this and that. And I learned Rocky Top and a few other things. And, you know, there it began. And we started playing the Ground Round on North Main Street. It's not a Ground Round anymore. It's a Greg's. I don't know what it is. You know, we played out. My brother came back from Africa, from the Peace Corps, and we played and continued our thing, you know. And that was Jim and the Hortones. So it wasn't the Hortons, but it was the Hortones. Bad jokes. And, you know, but we played for a while, and then David moved, went to grad school. Jimmy moved down to we had this another guy playing guitar, but Jimmy moved down to Maryland and worked for Raleigh for a while. And, you know, I found other people, and that's where Paul Boleyn was. And I don't know how many of you know Paul, but Paul was in the Neon Valley Boys with me, with Carl Dennis and Mike Bresler and Eddie Stern. And it was a fabulous band. It was such a fun band. We were creative. We did a lot of things that people didn't do. But Mike joined, after Alison Brown left Northern Lights, Mike Kropp joined the band, and about 6 years with Oz Barron, who was a fabulous bass player. I can't play anywhere near as well as he does. But he's like, you know, you're going to join this band. And I already knew Billy, and I was, you know, at Gray Fox, or it was the Winterhawk Festival back then, they'd come up Thursday night, and, you know, Taylor and Billy, we'd go, let's go up the hill and find Jeff, and they'd come up to the hill, and we'd sing all night. I've just gotten to play with a lot of people. I played with Vassar Clements. Oh my God. I played with Vassar Clements. I mean, not many people, I mean, actually a lot of people get to say that, but not many people are around here. Vassar played with a lot of people, but I get to I'm at Podunk, and I'm supposed to do a workshop to do a fiddle workshop, play behind Michael Cleveland. And that weekend, the Thursday night at Podunk, Michael Cleveland and the Kruger brothers were on stage. So I'm over on the flatbed truck, me and Kevin Lynch to play mandolin. Hope some of you remember Kevin. Kevin's over in across the pond now. But me and Kevin, and it's Michael Cleveland. And along comes, you know, we're waiting for Mike to come walking up, and along comes Mike and Jens and Uwe and Joel. And I go, okay, Joel's going to play, and I'll put my bass butt down. And Jens goes, no, I want you to play. I like the way you play. Oh, Jens likes the way I play. Oh my God. And so I proceeded to do a workshop with me, Jens, Uwe, and Michael Cleveland. And they played some songs so fast I could barely keep up. But boy, did I have fun. It was a lot of fun. Oh, you know, I get to do that. No, I mean, I love this music, and I'm honored and humbled by this. It's pretty amazing. It really is. A lot of people have come up and said congratulations.